Right then, after my party crushingly failed the Redhorn gate, let's see if we can get to the next one. Road to Rivendell, along the Misty Mountains. Your party has braved the snow of the pass, but must now travel north along the Misty Mountains for league upon league as you escort Arwen to her father's house. Put Arwen and Domniel into play under control of the first player. Shuffle the encounter deck, reveal one card from the encounter deck per player, and add them to the staging area. So, how weird to... Okay, cool. Right, so, Arwen again. Somehow she didn't freeze to death on my last venture. So, the problem is with this cycle, I've put a few new cards in, but into the deck, but I'm not sure that this deck is really up to taking on this cycle. I think you've got to really build for the cycle itself rather than... and I refuse to tailor permission. I want to see if there's a deck that can tackle them all, just like we did in the first cycle. So, Gladrum's Greetings, Northern Tracker, Escort from Edoras, Arwen, Snowborn, and Arrestor. Not particularly great, because you'd think I was running a Spirit deck with the 4 Spirit cards, even though one of them's dead. The Snowborn Scout is good. And I suppose Arrestor would let me, in theory, get rid of some of the Spirit cards to try and get other cards out. But again, I feel like if I don't see a Great Hand and or Steward of Gondor, Unexpected Courage, or those Shadow card finishing effects, because for those people who haven't done this Road to Rivendell quest before, it's not that hard, except for the 2 Shadow cards, which are like Gaze of the Necromancer's Reach or whatever, on steroids. They're just game-endingly bad. I mean, it's a little bit frustrating that there's just these 2 cards that make this quest ridiculously hard, because whenever you see these 2 cards, whether they come out as Shadow cards or whether they come out as a treachery card, they are awful. And as a Shadow card, they're one of the few cards in the game that are instant lose the game. So, which Lord of the Rings generally has stayed away from. So let's see what we're playing with them. Longbeard Elder. Yes, Hasty Stroke. Snowborn Scout. The Sword That Was Broken. Guard of the Citadel. And Ever Vigilant. Cool. Well, there's no question about whether or not we can make this work. It's got to work. But I've got Hasty Stroke, so that Shadow effect doesn't mean I need to lose the game. Okay, so 1 card per player. Oh, fluff on the other side, sorry. Lovely artwork as well, as always. This is a wild and perilous country, and it is dangerous to follow the roads. The mountains rise up on the right, impassively watching your slow trek among their foothills. Well, at least these mountains are being passive rather than the last one, which is trying to kill me. Here we go. Goblin Spearman. Goblin Spearman gets +2 attack if it's undefended. There we go. Solid, chunky enemy. Right then, first turn, a card. Stand and fight. Always good. Resources. Okay. So I need to keep 1 for Hasty Stroke. There isn't a location for Snowborn Scout to really shine on. So let's go for Guard of the Citadel. Okay, and then questing. So we'll send Arwen, Theodred, Eowyn, Aragorn, and Guard of the Citadel can stay back because something's going to be stabbed by that Goblin Spearman. So, Arwen can give a resource. Theodred gives Aragorn his resource. Aragorn spends it to ready. Now, Arwen's resource. Well, I think I'll give it to Eowyn. Okay, so top card, another Goblin Spearman. That's pretty bad. Okay, right then, so that's 4 threat there. Eowyn's 4, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 progress onto a 20 progress required quest. Right then, this is where it gets a little bit sticky, since I'm going to have 2 Goblin Spearmen engage me. And I do have 2... I do have 2 of these chaps, but... right then, so, Goblin Spearman. First Goblin Spearman on guard of the Citadel. Oh dear, amazing looking card. Followed by Knight. Return the attacking enemy to the staging area after it attacks. Well, that's not the worst thing in the world, since I was never going to be able to kill it. So, kills the guard of the Citadel. Goes back to the staging area. Oh, but I suppose the threat now. I've got it now. I suppose that does suck. Right, now I'm tempted to play standard fight, get the guard of the Citadel back into the fight to take the hit on the Goblin Spearman, so Aragorn can hit it back. The other option is to just take the hit from the Spearman, but if I take the hit, I've really got no way of ever actually breaking these chaps down. The main risk is if we draw that card as a shadow card, it's game over. Let's go for it. Stand and fight to put the Guard of the Citadel back into play. Guard of the Citadel declared as a defender. Ooh, Goblin Archer. Good one to get rid of. Since I have no range, then he would be a nightmare to kill. So, Guard of the Citadel dies again. Aragorn hits him back. 3 attack, 2 defense, 1 wound. So that Guard of the Citadel got stabbed by 1 spearman. Eowyn shouted at him, "Stand and fight!" To which he got to die again. So, throw it up by 1. Still no location to justify Snowborn Scout. That's frustrating. Oh, Arwen. A completely dead card. So, right then. Resources. Ugh, this is awful. I'm going to have to bring in the Snowborn Scout, but it's a shame to waste his power. And I have nothing else that I can play. Oof. Right then, Arwen, Theodred. The other option is to keep Theodred back and trust him to take a stab from a goblin. I'll have to do that. Eowyn and Aragorn. Aragorn is given a resource from Arwen and he readies. Goblin Gate, 5 threat. While Goblin Gate is the active location, the first enemy revealed from the encounter deck each round gains ambush. If that enemy engages a player, it makes an immediate attack. Deal and resolve a shadow card. Well, that is just horrible. And at 5 threat, jeez. So that's 7. I have 6, 8. So that's 1 progress. Let's travel to the Goblin Gate. Yeah, we'll have to. Can't leave a 5 threat location sitting there. Right then. So, the Goblin Spearman engages. So, first one, the wounded one on the Snowborn Scout. Pathless Country. Deal 1 damage to each ally in play. Well, I've got to cancel that because otherwise the Snowborn Scout is dead. This attack is undefended, and that's 4. Which admittedly would not kill Aragorn, but it's going to leave him as a pretty useless defender for the rest of the game. So, Hasty Stroke, cancel the shadow effect. So instead he just skewers the Snowborn Scout. Goblin Spearman on Theodred. Barren Hills, return the attacking enemy to the staging area after it attacks. Well, that's not the worst thing in the world, so he does a wound to Theodred. Right, then Aragorn with his 3 attack, chops and kills this Goblin Spearman. Right, dearie me, we're losing allies at a rate of knots. Round 3, throw it up by 1. Haven't really built a tableau at all. Another Snowborn Scout. Right, Snowborn Scout is choose a location. That's good, we can work down the Goblin Cave. Okay then, resources. Sorry, Aragorn, I just dropped a diamond on your face. Right, so I could go for the sword that was broken. Give everyone plus additional quest. Or we could go for the Longbeard Elder and he could actually take a stab. Yeah, let's go Longbeard Elder. Ah! But then the Snowborn Scout is perfect stabbing material. No. Longbeard Elder. Because he could actually take the stabbing from that. Though it's possible he could take the stabbing, but he could just die. No. Let's play Snowborn Scout. There's actually a location for him to put the progress on. Oh, did I actually remember to put... No, I didn't. I said it. It's underneath the Goblin Cave. Good. Okay. Right. It was so frustrating. I'm just off the cards in hand. Right. Although pretty soon I'm going to run out of cards in hand. So, Arwen. I could hold back Theodred. And he could have Aragorn kill that Goblin Spearman in one go. So I'll do that. Eowyn, Arwen gives Aragorn a resource. He spends it to ready. Oh, sugar. First enemy revealed from the encounter deck. Each round gains ambush. We're one off his engagement. Good lord. Well, that's lucky. When revealed, the first player must choose and discard an attachment from a questing character if able. I can't. There's 4. Eowyn's 4. So that's 4 progress from Arwen and Aragorn, which means 1 carries over to the quest. Whew. Right then. Wow. That is the difference that 1 threat can make there. So Goblin Spearman, I'm tempted to have him... Now if he stabs Theodred, I can't kill him. So against the Snowborn Scout... Ooh, Orc Raiders. No, we've just skipped them. First time there's no shadow effect. Another Snowborn Scout bites the dust. Aragorn and Theodred combine and kill the Goblin Spearman. And we're going to need you boys to combine again to kill those black orcs. Right. Well, that's probably the most positive turn we've had this game. New card. The Longbeard Orc Slayer. Well, we're certainly swimming in theme. And that's a 3 attack Black Orc. And the Longbeard Orc Slayer is the only thing that we've got that could actually survive the attack, and we can afford him bang on. Irritatingly, him dealing a damage doesn't actually make that thing any easier to kill. But he might actually survive the attack. So let's go with that then. Longbeard Orc Slayer deals the damage to the Black Orcs. Nothing else to play. Questing. Arwen, Eowyn, Aragorn. Arwen gives Aragorn his resource. Aragorn readies. 1 card. Now, it's this card again, but this time it's an actual threat. Followed by Night. The first player chooses 1. Deals 1 damage to all allies in play, and followed by Night gains Surge, or all enemies engaged with players make an immediate attack if able. Well, I'll choose all enemies engaged with players make an immediate attack. Survive! Hooray! Right then, so that's 2. That's Arwen, so that's 6 progress. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool. Alright then. So the Black Orcs come down. Longbeard Orc Slayer defending. Goblin Spearman adding to the staging area. That has got to be the last blinking Goblin Spearman in the deck. Good lord, they're everywhere. So that's 3 attack, 1 shield, 3 hit points. He takes 2 wounds. Importantly, he's still around for next turn. Aragorn and Theodred combine to kill the Black Orcs. Well, I don't think I've ever had Theodred do this much killing in a game. I guess it's because Arwen's allowing Aragorn to use the ability, basically. So there's 33. A card. Oh, a test of will. Cancel a treachery. Whew, don't worry, Eowyn, those resources are going to come in handy. Right then. So, irritatingly, I can't afford either of the leadership cards in my hand. So I can't actually play anything this turn. So we've got the same issue with the Goblin Spearman. There's no way the Longbeard Orcslayer will survive it. But Theodred might. And then the Longbeard Orcslayer can help Aragorn kill it in one turn. So Arwen, Eowyn, Aragorn gives Aragorn the resource. Aragorn readies. The Pathless Country. Oh, but I thought we were staying on the road. 3 threat, 5 progress. If after at least 1 progress is placed on Pathless Country, remove 1 progress token on it. So that's horrible. Wow, Pathless Country sucks. So that's 5. So that's 3 progress. Oh gosh, we're so close. But we're going to have to go to Pathless Country. It's going to be a nightmare to get through, but we can't sit the 3 threat there. Right then, the Goblin Spearman. Sense of deja vu. Theodred defending. Let's see. Undisturbed Bones. If the defending character is an ally, discard it from play. Theodred, you are the king. So that's 1 wound. Although you're not the king, you're the prince, probably. And then Aragorn and Longbeard Orcslayer combine to kill the Goblin Spearman. I'm quite pleased the Orcslayer actually got to kill an orc. Makes being hit in the face by those black orcs seem totally worth it. So that's round 6. Throw it up to 34. A card. Escort from Edoras. Well, that'll be useful since Eowyn's got a bucket of resources and nothing to play. Okie dokie. So we could go with the Longbeard Elder, which would give another ally, since Longbeard Orcslayer can't be long for this world. Or I could go with the Sword That Was Broken, which will give everyone an extra will. Now, realistically, that's going to mean plus 3 will. Now, Longbeard Elder is going to be 2 will and possibly a progress on the active quest. There are cards. The Black Orcs will discard a card from a questing thing. So let's go with Longbeard Elder. Let's get more bodies on the board. And Eowyn, should we go for the escort? No. Actually, disastrous things could happen and we might need to throw the escort under the bus. So let's go for the escort. Finally, actually starting to get some blinking presents on the table. So, Arwen, Theodred, Eowyn, Aragorn. So, Arwen and Theodred will get their resources to Aragorn. He'll spend 1 to ready. Let's take a risk and send the Longbeard Orcslayer. The Longbeard Orcslayer? The Longbeard Elder. After Longbeard Elder commits to a quest, look at the top card of the encounter deck. Oh. Interesting. So actually, instead of doing that, if I commit him first, I can see what's happening. Ah, right, well, let's commit him to the quest and let's see what's coming up. It's another Goblin Spearman. That's the 4th one so far. Good lord, what path are we taking? Right then, so he's going to have -1 there. So we know that the Goblin Spearman... Oh, we can actually math this out. So we know the Goblin Spearman is going to be 2. To survive the Goblin Spearman... It's a shame the Longbeard Elder would be really good at this. To survive the Goblin Spearman, Aragorn could take the hit, and the Longbeard Orcslayer and Theodred could combine to kill. So... that's 2. He's 1. Well, 2 is Arwen. The 1 from him is the one that will get cancelled. Eowyn can go for 4. We can discard a card and we can finish Pathless Country this turn. Yes, good. So Eowyn and Arwen. Arwen gives the resource to Aragorn. Aragorn readies. Yeah, awesome. Well done, team. Oh, look, it's the Goblin Spearman. So he's -1 to 2, cancels out that. Oh, Aragon didn't need to go. I know we don't need to discard a card now. The 1 is the 1 progress that gets cancelled. Oh, it's after forced. Yeah. And then 6 progress go on there, which means 5 on the card, finishing it with 1 over. I think it's on 17, which means we only need 3 progress to finish the next one. Right then, Goblin Spearman engages. Aragorn will take the hit. No shadow. Aragorn shrugs it off. Longbeard Orc Slayer Theodred, and why not the escort from Edoras with his 0 attack? Combined to kill what must be the final Goblin Spearman. Better by 1. Let's gain a card. Ooh, Northern Tracker. But still my aching heart. Awesome. Excellent. It never occurred to me that the Longbeard Elder could be used in a 1-player game to math it out like that. Right then, so resources. So Longbeard Elder will commit to the quest. The Black Uruks. So, oh, no, it's blinking play cards, isn't it? Blimmin' fool. Well, in all fairness, I would put the Sword That Is Broken on Aragorn. So, Longbeard Elder. Oh, look, it's the Black Uruks, which means I'm going to have to discard a card from a questing character, which means Aragorn cannot go questing. So he's 2, Longbeard's 1, and we need 3 progress to finish. Now, if I can get away with just sending Arwen and Eowyn, that would be great. So the 2 would be Arwen, and then we've got more than enough if we send Eowyn as well. Now the other option is, because we don't have a way to cancel a shadow card, don't send Arwen. But then we really struggle to kill those Black Uruks if we send Theodred. Right, let's go with that. Arwen gives her resource to Eowyn so that we can get that Northern Tracker out next turn. It's the Black Uruks. So 2, 2, that's 5 progress, which finishes this. Oh, actually, no, it's way more because Aragorn's got the blinking sword. Oh, come on, pay attention. Jeez. Right then. Orc Outpost. Well, I suppose it's not a Goblin Spearman outpost. Heavy rain drives you to seek shelter among the caves. Among the caves of the mountain. They are dry, and the fire you start seeps into your bones. That sounds horrible. And restores your spirit. Well, we have got Eowyn for spirit. Your eyes are heavy when the soft clatter of falling pebbles reaches your ears. Perhaps you are not alone. Didn't we read The Hobbit? 7. When revealed, search the encounter or discard path of the Goblin Gate and add it to the staging area fable. Then if there are no active locations, the Goblin Gate becomes the active location. Great. Remember how we finished that? It's back. Hooray. I'm so happy. So this essentially becomes a 11 with a horrible effect. Right then, the Black Uruks engage. Now with 3 attack, if they want to keep people alive, Aragorn's going to be the best bet. Yes. Luck, luck, luck be a lady tonight. That's a wound. Right then, the Longbeard and Theodred can't actually kill it. Oh, God. So that's 4 attack against 3 defense is just 1 wound. Oh, crud. Oh, well. Still, we kept everyone alive, which is more or less pretty important. 6, round 8. Oh, yes. Oh, damn it. Unexpected courage on a turn with Northern Tracker. Well, that is a slightly tough call, but at the same time, I actually think Northern Tracker, because then Aragorn could... I'm actually thinking Northern Tracker for his blinking defence, because he could take a hit from those Black Uruks, and we don't need him to go questing at the moment. Let's go Northern Tracker. It's going to be much easier to get to the escort, you can come back here, since you're never really going to do anything until you're either going to do one thing. You're basically just an event. Sorry, dude. Northern Tracker, since Unexpected Courage can be played much easier with 2 at a later turn. And nothing that we can play with our leadership resources. Right, now. Longbeard Elder. Let's have a peek. More Black Uruks. Oh dear. Okay, this means... right, this means Aragorn can't go or we will lose the sword, the broken sword. Now we're looking at 2 there. We've got, even though he's -1, he's 2 because of Aragorn's sword, so we've cancelled that out. Oh no, he's going to ambush and make an immediate attack, isn't he? So he's going to ambush, which means he'll engage, which means he's not in the staging area. He's going to do a 3 attack with a shadow card. So the Northern Tracker might be the best one to be hit by him. Then I'm going to have to survive 2 more hits. Oh. Unless... does he? Goblin Gate. It makes an immediate attack. If you make an attack, do you exhaust from that? I mean, we would expect a character that attacked out of turn to do that. Let's see, combat. Oh. Wow, have I always been doing this wrong? Huh. Right. Okay. So they actually don't exhaust. So they can do multiple attacks. Oh. Well, that's pretty blinking terrible. Okay, so it's a 3 attack Black Uruk. And then we're going to have 2 more 3 attack Black Uruks. Now, Northern Tracker is going to be able to stand, thanks to Ever Vigilant. So we can rely on that. Nothing else is going to be able... Aragorn is the only thing that's going to be able to survive the attack. In terms of killing them, we're only looking at 4 attack, which will kill one of the Black Uruks. Now, whether we cook it, we're not going to be able to kill the other one this turn. Of course, wounding it would be nice. So there's the 3 attacks, and there's the kill. That's how we'll have to do it, yeah. Right then, so Arwen and Eowyn will go. Arwen will give her resource to Eowyn. Yeah, alright. Oh, it's the Black Uruks. So that's because of the sword, let's not forget that. He cancels that, even though he's -1. So then that's 5, 8. So that's 4 onto the Goblin Gate. Oh, no, sorry. No, it's much more than that, because this guy immediately engages and does an attack, which the Northern Tracker will defend against. Wild Bear. Not sad to see him go. So that's a wound to the Northern Tracker. Right. Then that's 2, 7, 10. So that's 4 on the Goblin Gate, finishing it. And that's 6 onto Orc Outpost. And the question is, do we want to rush? There's never going to be a good time to go to the next place. But when you've got 2 black Uruks in front of you. I think we'll be better off just holding back. I might regret this, but we'll see. Right, so we've got 2 black Uruk attacks that we need to survive. Now the other option is I can throw Escort from Medorus under the bus, so Aragorn can scratch another one. But I actually think that's going to be the wrong call. So I'll play Ever Vigilant from Theodred to stand the Northern Tracker. So, this Black Uruk on the Northern Tracker. Whew, good one to get rid of. Does 1 more wound. Oh, sorry, they don't exhaust. Does 1 more wound to the Northern Tracker. This Black Uruk on Aragorn gets return the attacking enemy to the staging area after it attacks. Well, that's not actually too bad, is it? Because we weren't ever going to be able to hurt it. So that's another wound to Aragorn, and he runs back into the middle. And then Longbeard, Orc Slayer, Theodred, and why not the Escort combined to kill a Black Uruk? Right, okay. So, throw it up by 1. Everyone readies. Draw a card, round up by 1. Round 9. Ancient Matham. Well, if we had... I have an entire hand of spirit cards. Okay. Okay, so... Unexpected Courage on Aragorn. I have nothing to attach the Ancient Matham to, so there we go. Right then, so Longbeard Elder commit. What are we looking at here? The Bitter Wind. Each player must discard 3 resources from each hero he controls. Well, there are worse things in the world. Okay, now we only need, with that then, and the 2 threat there, he's 2, so we only need 1. So Arwen will go. So if Arwen goes, Theodred might be best to go. Now, can I kill that Black Uruk? Got to take the attack on Aragorn. Oh, I can easily kill it actually. Yeah, Theodred will go, and he'll give his resource to. Oh. I don't even need blinking Theodred to blinking go, do I? Because blinking... that wind's going to get rid of everything. Right, Northern Tracker will go. Bitter Wind. Discard 3 resources from every character. Oh, I should have sent Aragorn and just spent the resource because he was going to lose it anyway. Oh well, stupid mistake. No, I guess I'm thinking about that treachery. So that's... 2 there. He's -1 because it wasn't a location. But he's 2, so he balances that out because of the sword. 2 progress finishes the outpost. Oh no, that's why. Because I need to hold everyone back. Because this is the end. Approaching Rivendell. Cool art. Orcs and other creatures have hounded, well, mainly orcs, have hounded you since fighting your way through the orc outpost. Soon you will reach the safety of Rivendell's borders, but supplies have dwindled and you are dead weary from sleepless nights of keeping watch as dark forms shadow your camp. 13 to finish. Escort, you're going to come in now, baby. Reveal. When revealed, reveal 1 card from the encounter deck per player. Add it to the staging area. Characters cannot be healed. What a novel idea. And if the players defeat this stage, we've won the game. Reveal a card. Oh, hello. How appropriate. Orc Ambush. Right, Surge. When revealed, all orc enemies in the staging area engage the first player. If there are no orc enemies in the staging area, return all orc enemies in the encounter discard pile to the staging area if able. So the Black Uruks are going to engage me. They were going to engage me anyway. It's Surge. I would love to spend my resource to cancel that, but I don't have any. So, Surge. Location. Turbulent Waters. It's only 2. 3 threat. While Turbulent Waters is the active location, players cannot optionally engage enemies. How cool. So that was in the quest day, so I can travel to that now. It's only 2 to finish, and it's 3 threat, so that is a gain to travel there. So we'll travel. Woohoo, we've got something to attach the Ancient Matham to. I'm so pleased. Right then. So, now we've got Black Uruks. Aragorn will defend. Oh, Barren Hills! Return the attacking enemy to the staging area. So he does a wound to Aragorn and he runs off. Man, the number of barren hills that allow enemies to run away. Right then, so everyone readies. Thread up by 1. Everyone gets a resource. Round number 10. Draw a card. Ooh, Westroad Traveller. Yes! Oh, if we actually had any freaking resources. God damn it. Right. Let's get some cards on the go. Ancient Matham. Oh no, then I can't play Test at Will. No, I can because I'll give it a resource. Right then. Ancient Matham onto Turbulent Waters. Right. So, Longbeard Elder, off you go. Let's see if you can ever actually find a location. It's another Goblin Spearman. How is this possible? Right. So he's going to be two threat and another enemy to deal with. Okie dokie. So, the Longbeard Elder is 2 because of the sword, which bounces out the Black Uruks. I need Theodred or Arwen to go, so Eowyn has the resource to... Oh no, she doesn't technically need to cancel a treachery because there won't be a treachery now. Okie doke. So there's going to be 4 in the area, and there's 15 that we need to finish. We've got 3, 5, 10, 12, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We need 15 to finish. 4's going to be there. We've got 20. Let's send everyone. And hope that my maths is correct. Right then. So, Arwen in it. Arwen will give the resource to Eowyn. Theodred will give the resource to Aragorn. He may as well spend it to stand. Flip a card. It's the Goblin Spearman. So there's 4. So, Longbeard Elder and Aragorn are 4 together. So that takes care of that. And then we need 15 to finish. 3, 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18. Fantastic. Finished. And done. Yes! Oh my god. Longbeard Elder, I really hope I wasn't abusing your power, because you were, even though you never contributed, even though your ability never keyed off. Wow. Oh, well, now comes the sad part where I check the book. Find out that I was completely wrong. So, commit to the quest. Surely you do it in order. Yeah, I don't see why not, man. He commits to the quest. His response happens. Yeah, I'm calling it. Longbeard Elder, MVP, woo! Man, in a one-player game, especially in a deck that can wield willpower like that, that was amazing. He'd really, really lose out in a more-player game, but in a one-player game, good God, he's almost like a Denethor. Well, almost. And can't stop the horrible things from happening. And we managed to avoid the horrible treachery. Let's see. Bear. Treachery. Green rocks. Birds. Location. There it is. Sleeping Sentry. Boo! Boo quest. Boo game ending. Nonsense. Deal 1 damage to each exhausted enemy, each exhausted character, then exhaust all characters. So, just worse than the Necromancer's Reach. But then it's the Shadow. Lovely. The defending player must discard all exhausted characters he controls. All exhausted characters. So that means at least 1, because someone defended it. I mean, and everyone that went on the quest is out the game. The problem with this card is if it just said, if this attack deals damage, the defending player must discard all exhausted characters he controls, it would be so much more balanced. But apart from a shadow cancelling effect, there is no way to stop this card from screwing you over. Whenever it comes out, it would be terrible. Ugh. Still, we won a quest. 38, 40, 43. 43 final score with 10 rounds. I can live with that. Yes, that might be one of the only victories we get on this cycle, but we'll take it.